Hello and welcome back to Blues Armory, where today we're doing another one of these little sit-down videos. I've decided that costume stuff stays over there and we can be stood up and entertaining for costuming, but when I want to sit down and talk about something, then, well, we're sitting at a desk and we're going to do it. Anyway, my choice, my channel. I've clocked Star Wars Outlaws and I actually just wanted to talk about it for a little bit because although this is a primarily costuming Star Wars channel, this is still Star Wars channel. So I want to talk about my experience with Star Wars Outlaws and what I liked about the game, because some people I know have asked me, because not everyone picked up the game because of middling reviews. So this is for anyone that's not sure on Star Wars Outlaws. Maybe I can change your mind and you might have a good time playing it. We'll see. Let's talk about it now. Terrible intro. So, overall, top level line. Let's talk about it top level. Star Wars Outlaws is great. I had such a good time with this game. I often find with video games that, like, I play a lot of video games and sometimes I just want to sit and play a video game. And then sometimes I get a video game that I'm, like, excited to get home and find the time to play it. And that was it with Star Wars Outlaws. And again, massively helps that I'm an enormous Star Wars fan. But I was so excited to get in, to get home and get on to playing Star Wars Outlaws. The story is fine, in my opinion. It's not the greatest Star Wars story ever written. Sorry, I have notes here because I'm a professional YouTuber. The story was fine. The ending didn't go how I thought or wanted it to go, but the last few missions were really fun that I didn't really care. What else we got? Gameplay. Gameplay was super fun. I haven't played a Ubisoft game in many years, so I'm not tired of the Ubisoft tropes, I guess you could say. I can't remember. I think the last Assassin's Creed game I played was Assassin's Creed 3. Is that the one in America? Who cares? So I really enjoyed this. The forced stealth was annoying, but overall I really enjoyed the game. The guns feel good. The gameplay's good. It was fun. I had fun, and that's the most important thing, I guess. Nyx is the greatest thing to ever be brought into Star Wars. Will not take any more questions. Overall, the characters are pretty fun. I liked Kay. I liked her story. It made sense to me. I liked Bram, the bartender. ND5 was incredible. Why is the droid wearing a trench coat? Lots of callbacks to the Clone Wars with that. That was great. Ankh, the explosive specialist that you meet, is just phenomenal. I met a character that just gave Nyx a pair of goggles, and that made her my favourite character. Yeah, the characters are really good. There are some bum note characters that aren't as good. I don't think the bad guy's the best character, and I think that the guy that hires you, Jalen, I don't think they're the most incredible characters, but you meet a lot. There's a sheriff you meet in Tatooine that's super fun. So yeah, they're pretty good. I really liked the characters. The locations are just phenomenal. Like, you feel like you're in Star Wars. This is the first game where it's just been like, go out into the world, live your life as a galactic denizen. What more could you want? You just wander around Tatooine. Actually, quick fire ranking. Let's rank the planets in Star Wars Outlaws. I think I can do this. Should we go top to bottom or bottom to top? Top to bottom, fine. Number 1, Tatooine. I know we're fed up of Tatooine, but it is so cool to just wander. I mean, not the whole planet, but like most of the planet. You go to Mos Eisley, you go to Cantina, and then you get on a speed bike and you go out to the Dune Sea and the moisture farms you can go visit, and it's great. It was so much fun. I was so apprehensive about Tatooine being like one of the big planets in the game when it was announced, but after seeing how they executed it, it's awesome. And having like the Jawas and the Sand people, the native Tatooiners around, it's awesome. That Tatooine, number 1 planet. After that, I wrote them down. I'd put Akiva as number 2. It's not the biggest of the planets, but it's so dense and lush, and the main hub city is so alive, and it feels like a place where people are living. It's so cool to look at. You learn how to ride your speeder bike on water there. it's a great planet. It's probably the most visually appealing planet, I think. After that, I would put Toshara, which is massive, but I didn't love the main hub city. It's still cool, but I didn't love it. But it's really expansive and great to explore. Downside for it being like the biggest Pike Syndicate hub, because I instantly got myself into the worst reputation with the Pikes, that for the whole playthrough they were constantly trying to kill me because I hate the Pikes. Then I'd probably put Kijimi next. It's great. It's cool to have expanded on a planet that we saw in The Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, that's fun. I like Kijimi. It's just a bit small, and do you know what what's the Ashiga clan? Super cool, weird, cool, very Star Wars. And then at the bottom I'd put Canto Bight because I haven't explored enough of it. I don't think you get to spend enough time there, so Canto Bight's probably going at the bottom for me. But they were all fun. Everything, all the planets were great. Seeing people accurately represented as Star Wars people and costumers, and walking around a city and having like little Empire outposts, checking chain codes and ID cards. It just feels like you're in Star Wars, and it's so much fun, and I could genuinely just spend hours and hours wandering around, just living out the life of someone that lived in the Star Wars universe. Okay, what have we got down here? I just have a note that says Snap Wexley, so go play the game. If you want to. Do you know what one of my favourite things in Star Wars was? Is that when The Force Awakens came out, J.J. Abrams put his best friend Greg Grunberg in and gave him the name Snap Wexley. And now we've just been clawing back, like trying to build a character out of him for like the past 10 years. It was like the Aftermath trilogy. They were like, well, we'll weave him in and make him a character. And now in Star Wars Outlaws, they're like, here's even more backstory of Temin Snap Wexley and his droid Mr. Bones. That's some deep cut Star Wars lore for you there. What have I got down here? What didn't I love? Yeah, forced stealth. The main bad guy is he's alright. The twist to find out who he is quite cool, but I won't spoil that. And the third thing, let me hold on to the weapons. You can pick up weapons in the game, but then you have to throw them away once they run out of ammo. That is so endlessly frustrating because you've put time into building these blasters, and then I can use them for like 10 seconds and it's done. What? That seems like a waste of resources, but it's fine. The main blaster is fine. You get 3 fire modes. It's fine, but I want an E11. The E11 was so much fun. I just want to carry that around for the whole time, but you're not allowed to, so that's a little bit of a pain point. What did I love? World building. I have a note that just says Jabba the Hutt. The mission with Jabba the Hutt is so much fun to be like put in front of Jabba, and you know that he's gonna release the trapdoor. Jabba the Hutt's cool. Guns overall, if I could carry on holding them for the rest of the thing, felt really good. I do just have a note that says motherfucking Lando Calrissian, but it was really fun to see him, especially in this time period between 5 and 6. Yeah, between 5 and 6, because I'm currently reading the current run of mainline Star Wars comics, which is set between 5 and 6, and I just finishing up the trial of Lando Calrissian, so that's interesting to see where it is. Look, overall, I had a really, really, really fun time with Star Wars Outlaws. I think if you're a Star Wars fan that is just normal Star Wars fan and you just enjoy Star Wars content, give it a go, because jumping into the world of Star Wars is just cool to wander around, and like you'll fall in love with Tatooine and go to the bar, and you can have so many fun conversations with people that open up like little bits of Star Wars lore, and you'll be like, oh, I know that, it's cool. Just give it a go. And I think the performance is okay on Steam now, so if you have a PC, get it on Steam, and then you can refund it if you don't like it. Because I loved it. I've put like 10, maybe 15 hours into it now, and I'll probably put another 15 hours into it just based on going to explore the world. Like, if you are a Star Wars fan, give it a go, because it really feels like you are living in the universe. That's all I can say. I can't do any more convincing of you, apart from, here's a dog. He says he loves it as well. He sat with me and played the whole game, so. Anyway, that'll do it for these weird ranty videos. This is the second one I've done now. I did the first one on the Acolyte and everyone hated that because it was about the Acolyte. But hopefully people like this. It's definitely not a controversial topic at all, even though it lost Ubisoft a load of money. Anyway, if you'd like to see me review more games or TV shows or films, let me know. If you just want me to shut up and do the costuming thing, that is also fine. I can also do that. Either way, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Happy crafting, have a great week ahead, and goodbye.